Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to another video. Today I've got some Skywars tips to give you, because a lot of you have noticed I use Skywars background gameplay in a lot of different videos, and as a result of this, a lot of you have picked up Skywars yourself. One of the things about picking up Skywars is there's a lot of things you do need to learn, so people have asked me to make a Skywars tip video for quite some time now, and I figured I'd just finally give in and make the video that all of you want me to make. So here is 7 Skywars tips that you might just enjoy and might help you out in your Skywars experience. So if you do all enjoy the video, please do like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. I want to see more, kind of PC minigame stuff. I've been playing a lot more, PvP especially, based minigames of the PC, so if you want to see more of that, let me know of the like rating. Anyway, yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start by talking about what's going on right now, which is the first little tip here. So, bear in mind, this is all on the insane mode Hypixel server, so everything's that next level of crazy, but even on any form of Skywars, on any platform, the center is the place you need to control, right? There's kind of 2 places you can go. You can go from island to island around the edge, or you can go to the center. If you do choose to go to the center, there's one thing you really need to bear in mind, which is the fact that everyone else wants to get there too. That's where the big majority of the chests are, and so therefore there's really good rewards getting there. But when you do get there, you can't just go get the chests and then I don't know, take a little vacation. You need to play really seriously when it gets to the center, because every other player, you can see there's 6 alive right now. If you check the right there are 6 other players or 5 other players, and all of them are going to the center at some point. This means I need to focus not just on who I'm fighting right then, but also everyone else. So here you can see there's literally 2 people I'm trying to face at the same time. I think one of them falls off, which is kind of funny, but still, you can kind of see just how important it is to control the center. If you're going to go to the center, control it. If you can't control it, if you can't focus on 5 people at once, or 4 people as it is right now, what you need to do instead is you need to again get back to another island and then lure other people in and let them fight that way. So with that said, you're going to see how, because I paid a little bit too much attention to one guy here, it gets me killed. And yeah, stay in control of the center or you'll die horribly in lava. So the second tip here is actually to do with combat in general, and it will really serve you well if you can learn to do this, because it's to do with strafing. So you can see first of all right here, this guy gets my island. Because I strafe well enough, even though I don't have armor, I just managed to kill him with only taking the little bit of damage. But yeah, if you don't strafe at all, if you just stand and hit people where they are, you're not going to do very well. So in case you haven't heard the term strafing before, obviously it means trying to move left and right. Basically in Minecraft, there are 2 ways you can approach any combat situation. You can go in, you can charge them one-on-one, and you can hope that you just have enough armor and sword that you're going to win regardless, or you can go in, and this is a good strategy regardless, you can go in and you can try and minimize the hits taken. So the best way to do this is, the simplest way I should say, is just to use A and D or, left and right, and just try to get behind them as much as you can. Learning this on the Pocket Edition in particular is something that will really save you in a lot of ways. And yeah, basically if you wanna win PvP, that you probably shouldn't. So for instance, you can see here, I'm about evenly matched with this guy, that I actually just ignored for a second. But yeah, I'm about evenly matched with this guy who fortunately did decide to go run away. But because, midway through the fight, I do get into strafing, because right here, just take him straight on, but then suddenly turn around, get him from behind, he doesn't know what to do, and suddenly it's too late, he's dead. I only lost 2 hearts in that entire fight, and that is why strafing is super important. So let's move on from that to the third tip here, which seems like an obvious one, but it's one that really doesn't strike people later on in the game, because it's to do with knocking people off. So yeah, knocking people off is one of the easiest ways to kill people in Skywars. Again, it's one of these ways you can bridge the gap. If you don't have the best of stuff, and I have pretty good stuff in this game, but if you don't have the best of stuff, this is the only way you can kill people, so make sure you're paying close attention to it. So yeah, as you can see right now, there are just 3 of us left, so all I have to do is look around the edge of the map, know where they are, and again, it's the same thing where it's controlling the center, but when the people, when I do see people, they both make very fatal mistakes that you should never make, which is when, basically, don't go on anywhere where you can be knocked off in just one hit. So you can see this guy, he's going for the center chest, I don't think he even knows I'm firing at him, but then to get away, he tries to go up this single thing, I hit him once, I hit him twice, and then he's off forever. So yeah, pro tip, don't do that, don't go anywhere thin, but also, going from island to island, although it gets you more chests, you're going to see this guy makes the same very fatal mistake. It's like, there are some, you can either die in Skywars by going into direct combat, or you can die with the most obvious and easy way, which is just being knocked off, and it just happens again. I won an entire game because all I killed was 2 people who came to the edges. Oh, that was the third kill, never mind. But yeah, 2 people who came to the edges won me a game, and it's crazy that that's the way things work. So third tip here, knock people off, especially if you're doing weak, but even if you're not, it's just an easy way to win. So this next one is kind of a similar thing, where it's like, I'm kind of behind in this game. I looked for all the chests, I didn't find anything particularly strong. I have a bow with some arrows, I have an okay sword, a little bit of armor, and a blaze spawn egg. I know that I don't have particularly great chances against these guys of full diamond enchanted armor, so what you need to do is you need to try and level the odds, or just play a little bit reserved until there's some event that you can use. So for instance, basically, again, in this situation, I'm not going to win any head-on fights. Even if I get a good advantage, I'm probably still not going to win most PvP fights. So what I'm doing instead is, one, as you can see, I probably should have knocked him off there, but I didn't have any arrows. One, I'm trying to get the good old knock them off when they're going somewhere. But 2, it's just wait until you can find an equalizer. On the server, you can see the chest refill every 1 minute, 1 minute, like every few minutes. I've got 1 minute to wait until that particular one. And for instance, though, if two people fight each other, I can jump in there and I can finish off the fight. And basically, yeah, try and play a little bit reserved if you're, or like basically try and find somewhere to defend rather than to go on the aggressive. Because if you're running around the center and you have terrible stuff, you're just going to die if the first person. Like trying to, fight off multiple people and trying to fight off multiple people with better stuff than you just isn't going to work. Whereas doing this, just waiting for two people to weaken each other, then going in and getting the winner like this, you can see it's going to work pretty well for me right here. And we get him super low. Can't just finish him off, so the Blaze goes in and does it for me, which is pretty convenient actually. So yeah, pro tip for Skywars: play reserved if you really need to. I guess play defensively, and then when the opportunity presents itself, then you got to go aggressive. And generally speaking, you want to be somewhere near the action so you can see what's happening. But again, it depends from map to map. In this one, there's some clever towers you can defend. It depends. Whatever there is, try and work something out. I mean, you can't just sit there and do nothing on an island because that's going to get you nowhere. But if you're somewhere in the center where some stuff will happen eventually, again, like chests are going to refill in 17 seconds, that's something pretty cool too. So with that said, let's move on to the 5th tip here, which is to do with ender pearls. And I will go on about ender pearls and how awesome they are all day. But yeah, this tip here is actually to do with how ender pearls will save your life and how most people don't seem to appreciate this. So yeah, I've shown off a bunch of clips on Twitter and in our videos before, but here's just an example of how ender pearls saved my life again. So this guy has full timed enhanced armor. You can tell I don't have like the stuff to fight him. I'm losing this fight. I'm about to go off, but I throw the ender pearl and it looks like I should be dead, but nope, I'm alive again. So he comes right back around because he sees me and it's like, oh, I cannot fight this guy again. I'm on low health, and then I ender pearl up there, and now I'm on top of something. Again, most Skywars things of any form have something you can ender pearl on top of, and if you get up there, it's going to take someone a long time to get there, which gives you time to heal. It gives you time to do all this cool stuff to maybe have a fighting chance at, fighting them, I guess. So yeah, awesome ender pearls will do that thing for you. I believe I eventually do die this one anyway, because I just don't have any chance to do it. Yeah, there you can see it. It's not going to go too well for me. But yeah, pro tip for Skywars: use the ender pearls. It will save your life. It won't help you beat anyone that has particularly great stuff like that, but still, that's second place right there at least, if that which counts as something. So yeah, let's move on from that to tip number 6, which is kind of what this whole video is, and it's kind of learning from other players. So whenever I play any form of minigame or any game really, multiplayer game, one of the key things you need to do is see what other people are doing and kind of learn from that. So here I learned a mistake because I was rushing to the center. This guy just comes, gets an axe immediately, comes at me. There's nothing I can do. What am I going to do? Try and knock him off? Nothing I can do about that. I'm dead. But as it so happens, so I back out and I try to go back into the server, and what you're going to see is as I come back in, I realize that, this is the exact same map. So using the thing I just learned, I can do the exact same thing on someone else. And although it feels a little bit mean to rush on this hard, you can see just how easy it really is to rush on like this. Just grab a sword immediately, and again, there's nothing they can do there in a chest, and that's that right there. Pro tip, by the way, while we're here, because you'll see I do it quite a few times, is whenever, you do decide to get chests, always spend as little time as possible actually meandering around them. So I guess that's tip number 7 right there. You know what, let's have an 8th tip here as well, but a bonus tip if you will, to make it 7.5 rather than 6.5. The bonus tip here is actually going to be to do with fighting people, because, again, so first of all, make sure you're not spending time in chests, because that's super important, that you don't do that. But the 7th one here is one that most people won't tell you, because it's kind of a weird intricacy of how Minecraft works. But basically, it seems like Minecraft has a big favor on whoever's the aggressor, because they can hit you out of a range where you can't hit them. So for instance here, I decide to back away. Don't decide to back away from a fight where you're evenly matched. I know, well actually I'm slightly better than them, I've got better armor. But yeah, I should have won this fight, but instead I tried to back away and get a better angle. But as you can see, because they're just hitting me faster than I can do anything else, I'm just dead before anything happens. And that's because of again, it's like an aggressor advantage, because they're knocking you back and then you're knocked back on their screen, so you knock back more. Basically, people can knock you back over and over again, and having the initiative in a fight is a really handy little thing. So yeah, pro tip, you go into fights first, or don't go into them at all. Don't try to get into a fight then get out, because getting out of a fight is so hard in Minecraft, and you'll probably die. So probably go in for the death fight and just, say why not, and that's probably the best bet right there. So I hope you did all enjoy today's video. I hope the 7 or 8 or whatever Skywars tips did help you out in some way. If they did, please do a like video. No. I don't know what that guy did, but it seemed like it was some weird glitching, because he went up and down there. But yeah, if it did, like it and let me know. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Leave a comment down below to let me know if you do want to see more Minecraft PC minigame stuff, and besides that, I guess I'll see you all in whatever video I make next, later on today or tomorrow. So yeah, goodbye everyone.